After two shows this year, Korean fans are showing a lot of interest in your career. Could you possibly introduce yourself to them?
Yeah, sure. So my name's Stuart Sutherland, aka Beef Stew. I don't know how that translates to Korean, but yeah. So it's really cool. I've started seeing a lot more Korean competitors, and I've seen the TFE media page pop up, and it seems like the sport's growing, like we were talking about a minute ago. So hello from the other side of the Pacific.
Korean fans are very impressed by your achievements as one of the youngest bodybuilders. We'd love to know, at what age did you first start weightlifting journey?
So I used to play sports back in high school, and then kind of stopped doing that after when I was 17 or 18. I started lifting in high school, and then I got more into it in college, and I did my first show when I was 20 in 2017, and that was 6 years ago now. I'm 26 now, so it's just kind of snowballed from there, and here we are.
And what inspired you to fully commit to becoming a bodybuilder?
Well, it wasn't a plan. These things kind of just happen. I'm kind of an all or nothing person, so I got into something, I got really obsessed with it. I was like, okay, what's the most extreme place I can take this? And that's kind of where I ended up, men's open bodybuilding. So yeah, like I said, it wasn't planned, but
Thank you. Seeing your guest posing with Hunter, as we talked about earlier, was quite phenomenal before your two pro shows. It came as a shock to a lot of people.
it was a surprise to me too, yeah.
Some of fans believe that you made rapid progress in your size. Can you share your approach or methods that helped you build such a competitive physique in bodybuilding world at such early stage?
Yeah, I haven't, so in the last few years, I haven't really changed my training all that much. I think what the biggest thing that changed was I got to a certain age where a lot of the muscle that I was putting on stuck to me better. Whereas like when I was 22, 23, 24, my metabolism was really fast. And I just didn't hold on to weight in the same way. For some reason, in 21 and 2022, and now this year, I've been able to put on muscle and maintain it throughout a prep a lot better. And I think that's made a big difference. Training-wise, like I said, I haven't changed a lot in the last couple of years, but I've always done at least twice a week frequency on everything I'm training. So, I'll have a main leg day, and I'll do an extra touch-up day. I'll do, chest and shoulders a couple times a week, back a couple times a week, and I think that's been very beneficial for me.
You like to call yourself a mediocre IFBB pro, even in your Instagram. And what would you say is a standard or an achievement that you have to make to become a special bodybuilder?
Well, let's not say special, let's say above average. The mediocre thing kind of came from, so last year I turned pro at the USAs, and then the next weekend I went to the Tampa Pro and I competed there right off the bat. Totally out of my depth. But I think there were 14 guys there, and I got 7th, so right in the middle. So I was like, okay, that's middle of the road, it's mediocre. It just kind of stuck. So I've just kept on saying that, and I haven't won a show yet. So until I win a show and go to the Olympia, I will stay mediocre.
So going to qualifying for the O.
Exactly, yeah.
Above average.
Yeah, well, that's what we're shooting for.
All right, perfect. With each show, you're making a tremendous amount of progression. Is there an area that you're focusing for your next show?
Yeah, so I think the last couple of years I've been really focused on putting more muscle onto my back. Particularly this year, I'm going to be focused on width, like right under my armpits, like the teres, because I'm very thick top to bottom. I do a lot of deadlifting. I'm pretty strong there, but like I said, I need some more width. And then next year, it'll just be another year of training, more muscle maturity. Hopefully I can push my conditioning a little bit further without losing tissue next time I get on stage. I think I'll be doing a show sometime next summer, potentially to Vancouver next year, but there's a whole bunch of shows I might be able to hit, so we'll see what happens. I should have a long off-season, though, to work with, so should make some progress.
That sounds good. We're excited for your future shows. Your size for your legs and shape, especially when you bring it on stage, is fantastic. and a lot of fans love that shape. What's your focus or key point when it comes to your leg workouts?
So I don't have any secrets here. I've always had pretty good legs. I don't do anything particularly special. I will say that, you know, with my squatting movements, whether it's a hack squat or a Smith squat or a pendulum squat, those are my 3 favorite movements for that. I use them kind of interchangeably, but what I really focus on is tempo, so controlling the negative and not bouncing out of the bottom, because, you know, a lot of people bounce out of squats, they use the stretch reflex. I like to really control the negative and then explode out of the bottom fast, but not bounce, and be purposeful with the way that I'm moving the weight. And I think that makes a big difference as far as like actually training the muscle that you're trying to hit. How am I doing?
Huh?
How am I doing?
You're doing great.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah.
You said you were nervous. I'm fucking
I mean,
nervous.
I'm nervous because like, I don't do a lot of interviews.
Yeah, me either. I started doing like a bunch of podcasts,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
right before the show.
Yeah.
It felt like a fucking media tour, dude. I was like, I felt like I just released a book or something. I was like doing one of these like every couple of days.
Yeah.
I got so sick of repeating myself. I was just saying the same crap to different
Yeah.
people. It's like,
Are these questions like pretty similar?
no, actually, no, they're not. Like, you haven't asked about my hair once, which is nice. That got a little played out.
Puffy,
Yeah.
bro, you brought on stage.
Also, please stop smiling. That big smile you give.
I'm enjoying this. I got a plan for the hair next year. I'm gonna grow it out again, just like I did, and then the night before the show, I'm just gonna shave it all. Just like get people mad. Just like I just want to piss people off.
That seems like something you
cause
would do.
controversy.
Yeah. Would you be willing to fly out to Korea anytime?
I'd love to.
Because
Like, when are you thinking?
they flew out Samson.
Oh, that's they brought him out there.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, okay.
They flew Samson out. Chef Rush got flown out there.
Oh really?
Yeah.
The White House guy?
Yeah. The big chef.
Yeah.
It's kind of
I don't
crazy.
know.
So they do that a lot. So I was just wondering, like, maybe if it's like a thought.
I mean, I know they have a pro show there, right?
They do. They do amateur Olympias as well. They do
Dude, my one of my buddies from Qatar actually did the amateur Olympia there, and he really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean the stage there is great. They're
Yeah,
huge
the
on that
production
stage
is
and
crazy.
video,
Yeah.
Could you say something for your bodybuilding fans in South Korea?
Sure. I think it's really cool that the sport is growing out there. Like I said before, I'm seeing a bunch of new competitors, and you know, the open and men's physique, and you know, all the divisions, amateur and pro, coming out of Korea, and I just like seeing the sport get popular all over the place. So, you know, good for you guys, and I hope to see more of you.
Thank you.